Backwards is the new forward. Up until this point, we've been frantically preparing, and this just isn't in the most recent history. It's weeks back, months back, years back. And now, everything is about timing. Everybody on the planet right now can agree on one thing. They feel something coming. They know something's coming, but they have no clue what it is. But we've moved into our own intelligence that can now use the human instead of being the human. And listen closely. This is important. The human is the ego, lives to the ego, and that's what we're conditioned to do. That takes some thought. The polarity is shifted more toward the intelligence that we came in with. No different than the difference between a sun energy and a moon energy. The moon energy is actually, people see it as sort of dark and shadow side. But really what it is, it's the void of light. And the void of light is where universal intelligence is. So now the energy is going to be shifted less from being human and more to our universal intelligence. That's who we came in. That's who we've been for millions of years. We're merely using the human consciousness now to evolve the earth. We have several missions to help the earth evolve and to help us evolve. And that allows the universe itself to evolve. So what does that mean on a day-to-day basis? Here we've passed through this threshold, and we've all been waiting for this moment of bliss. And we find it pretty much the same as it was, if not amped up a little bit more. That energy that is negative and rampant is just constantly knocking on the door. Well, we have now, as it's time again, this is all timing, time to make the choice to move forward. And we have to anchor our thoughts intentionally into the future, into what serves us. Now, this sounds like a repeat of the past, but it's not, because it is much easier this time. It's an intention. Everything we do right now has to be greatly intentional. You see the thoughts, you change them. It's easier than before. Because before we were in the momentum that was just consuming us with it. And now we have universal energy on our side in a whole different way. It is not unlike changing a habit, overcoming an addiction, but it's going to be happening more quickly this time. So, watch your thoughts, quickly change them. Change that. We have everything we need within us. We always have. And this new paradigm shift is literally looking at everything backwards. And for years now, those who have had and used and been tuned into their own universal intelligence have been drugged, been told they're wrong, dyslexia. I've known all along that this was a brilliance, not a detriment. We're living that now. So the ego looks linearly. We're now going to condition ourselves to see things backwards, which is actually forwards. Most of you have no idea what this means. I think everyone can relate to someone who they think, well, they don't look, they don't act, they don't think like society does, therefore they're wrong. Look into those people, and you're going to start to see that they're right. They just came early. Another way to look at this is those who can sit in go into deep meditation, then come out and go to the regular lives. But really need to use that meditation to connect. In meditation, we're slowing our brain waves down. You're in a theta brainwave. And in a theta brainwave is the brainwave of ascension, of enlightenment. It's the brainwave that we're conditioning ourselves to live in. And when we're in that brainwave, you're seeing things in the proper manner. And it allows you to live moment by moment in universal wisdom. Meditation is living. It's wonderful to sit there and meditate. But the future is not having to do that. The future is in living meditation. But that also leaves us with very little memory. And then we think, do we have dementia? Do we have Alzheimer's? Another fear that comes from the old era. When you're in universal wisdom, when you're in theta brainwave, and you're living your life in that manner, everything flows. You don't need to access the past. You have access to everything that you need. You're living all layers at the same time. When you're in theta brainwave, it is filtered through the heart energy. This is how the new earth is to function. It's not going to just happen. I take that back. It may happen automatically, but we have to train ourselves to function that way at this moment in time. We need the details. Everybody's searching for details right now. And as humans, this is a clue. Start here. Start to look at everything backwards. The ego thoughts move in one direction, but the heart thoughts move in a different direction. Reverse engineer the human experience.